This is Rick Coleman, Management Director of On Time Entity, and this episode of Time Handle with Prime Daniels is about chase money, not women.
All right, so a lot of us in our free time, we like to go out and do certain things. Like even with me, I work in a 9 to 5, and when I get any free time, I want to, reward myself and do something that's fun and special. And usually it's something that involves a woman. You know what I'm saying? We like to go to these clubs, we like to go out, this and that. And when we do that, we be chasing these women. Oh, fellas, y'all know we do it. But fellas, my advice to you is don't chase the woman, chase money. You chase money, you're going to get any woman that you want. Trust me when I tell you. And for the women at home, say, oh, no, not me. Y'all the main ones who flock to it. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I'm saying that that's just the way it works. Because think about it. Even for the more elegant woman who will try and word it and butter it up to make it sound better and more rational. Well, of course, I want a man that's established and a person that's ambitious and a person that's blah, 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 blah. That's just her way of saying she want to do who ain't broke. Ambition, it means he got something going for himself. Something going for himself means he paid. Got something going for himself. He got a nice car, he got a nice house, and he's doing something to maintain these things. That's what he has going for himself. Stuff that's bringing in that income. And if it's just about ambition, I'll use this. I coach Little League basketball at a community center. Okay, out there I see dozens of men out there devoting their free time, their energy and efforts to kids that don't even belong to them. That's ambition, in my opinion. These dudes ain't out here flocking with the women on them left and right. You know why? Because it ain't all about ambition. It's about the dollar. You can have you some money, you straight. Crazy as that sounds, that's just the way it rolls. So bottom line, fellas, chase the dollar. You chase a dollar and get it. The women will chase you because that's just what they're attracted to. Same way we like physicality, we chase the women with the body. That's why you see some women even go put stuff on their bodies because they know that's what men are attracted to. They're not doing it for another female to look at. They're doing it for the dudes. Same thing. You get that paper together, you're going to get any woman you want. You no longer have to mess with these off-brand females. And another thing I'm learning too is if you out here spending money you ain't got and you're not devoting your free time to a hustle that's going to get you some real bread, you're going to be stuck in the same spot you was in a year ago when a female who you probably took on a date or whatever, she don't have interest in you like that because you ain't got yourself together all the way. Get yourself together all the way, and that just means get you some paper. My name's Prime Daniels, and that's been your Time Handle with me. Okay, and not that it matters, but to me it does. Y'all, this is not a loose collar. This is the microphone that I'm speaking to, yanking my shirt down. So it's round neck, but it's pulling it down. Look a little tacky to me. So I just wanted to clear that up. All right, so for the interjection cam on here, I want to do it at the end. And first off, I want to start off by saying I don't think it's a bad thing, okay, that a woman would want a guy with money. Make no mistake, I don't think that's a negative thing at all. I do find it negative if that's all you want a man for. You know, just like if a guy says he likes a woman's physical parts, I don't think he's wrong for that. That's what he really likes. However, if that's all you want a woman for, in my opinion, that's wrong also. Okay, that's my opinion. Listen, whatever it is that you do, if someone accepts you for that and accepts that whole process, then you ain't wrong, especially if you're upfront about it. So if you go and let a dude know, like, I only want you for your money, you tell him that and he say, okay, cool. Hey, fair game. Do your thing. I gave the example of the men working at the community center, okay? When I said women are, because they say it's about ambition and, the things that he's into. I gave the example of me working at a community center coaching Little League because at that community center is about 36 other black males who do what I do. Of those 36 individuals, I would say maybe 3 or 4 of them have a convincingly well-paid job, and half of them already have like girlfriends or wives. All right, the other 30 plus are men that are, they just doing their thing in the community and they're just getting by. And I know these brothers personally, and good friends of mine, and I look up to them, know what I'm saying? But they don't have it like that financially. My point is they do not have women flocking on them left and right. You know what I'm saying? Because again, if it's just about ambition, again, in my opinion, when you got a gentleman who's out there looking at the 12 or 10 other kids that ain't his, doing what he can, not just as a coach, but as a mentor and someone there for them in their lives, because where I coach at, a lot of these younger kids don't have that male figure. So to see these gentlemen doing it, that's the epitome of someone who has ambition in my eyes. And again, they don't have it left and right because they don't have money like that. Back to my point is, if they did have it, then they probably have the woman. But that ambitious part, that just ain't enough. And again, ladies, I know a lot of you at home love to say like, well, that's not always true because, you know, there was one time I was talking to a guy and I was the primary breadwinner and I was doing all this for them. Listen, that was at one point in time. And one of the early episodes, I touched on how women, you guys get yourself together way quicker than men do. You're more set in stone and you have more so of an idea of what you want to do. Whereas with guys, we kind of stumble with that. We don't have it together at 24, 22, like a lot of you women do. Okay, so to round that back, for the women who love to say, oh, I did it before, you right now today, would you do it right now? Would you right now take in a man who just said, hey, I'm a nice guy, I got a warm heart, but I don't have no money. I'm a good dude, good companion, but I have no money. I have very little money, in fact. Would you accept that man right now today? Especially for you women that, you know, I love this, you know, women on the internet with the whole, oh, you gotta be equally yoked. Y'all love using that jargon, the whole equally yoked. You equally yoked women, would you do it? Would you do it? Would you be with a man who had no money? You know, that's all I'm asking. That ties into, again, what I was saying earlier. I even see the memes, like the funny memes. I saw one meme with the guy saying, "Oh, you know, I have a good heart, I have a good this and that, but I have no money." And then they got Randy from American Idol saying, "Oh, it's a no for me, dog." And it's like, you know, on Facebook you get like 100 and something likes. Pretty much all of them be females, and it's so funny because in that humor, it lies its own truth. You know, you guys know you probably wouldn't be with a guy who just told you all those nice, sweet things, but he said, "Hey, I don't really have much money, y'all." It'll be a no for you as well. You know, that's just the way it goes. Also, I think the biggest problem people have with it is, and if a woman has a problem with it, it's the mirroring image. You know, it's the this is the way we may behave pertaining to a guy with money. So you use guys for example, use myself for example. I know I like women who have nice bodies, a big old butt, okay? I'm not ashamed of that mirroring image. I will tell my own mama, Ma, I like a woman who got a nice rib. If she asks me, I would tell her that. There's no shame in my game. Now, her being a Christian and don't play no games, she probably bust me upside the back of my head. But it is what it is. I'm a grown man. That's what I'm into. I would tell my sisters that. I would tell my father that. I would tell anyone who asks me. I think this topic right here that I'm touching on, I don't think a lot of women would come clean and say, hey, I need a man who got to have some money. That's why so many women, even watching this, are in denial. And they're even trying to rebuke this topic in the way in which I'm presenting it, because they don't want to acknowledge that that's what it is. And I think it sounds so bad to them. But my question is, if it sounds that bad, why do you do it? Why do you do it? Why is that a priority if it's bad to you? If it's not bad to you, then continue to do it. Again, I don't think it's wrong with a woman who want a guy with some money. I think you should want a man with some money. I don't think anything is the matter with it. So again, no one should take this like it's like a knock, because it's not a knock at all. It's just facts about this situation. And for the women who are watching this saying, oh no, he ain't got to have money. I dated guys, I date him if I care about him. Okay, cool. Would you date, you today, again, you right now today, would you date a man if he lived with his mother? Okay, not because he's living with her because she's sick and he helping her out. Like, no, he ain't got no money. He can't get his own place. He lived with his mama. Okay, would you date a man if he didn't have a vehicle? If he had no transportation? If he was like, hey, baby, I want to take you out. I saved my little $72 and I want to take you out, but we're going to have to catch an Uber. We're going to have to catch the bus. Would you date a man if he, you know what I'm saying? These are the things that are, when a man has money, he has his own place. You know, when a man has a little bit, and it ain't got to be a lot of money, just a little something. He has his own transportation. You need to get, you know, and how you gonna get from point A to B? You know, everyone doesn't want to, nothing wrong with taking the bus and nothing like that, but I'm just saying for a lot of women, that's not acceptable for you. If a guy says, hey, I ain't got no car, every time we catch up, you got to drive to me. That in itself, you would X a guy off the list. So again, these are things that are synonymous to a man having money. So in conclusion, that's why I say, fellas, chase money, not the woman, because if you get your financial situation together, you will then, women understand you a lot better. They comprehend the things you do. It has a lot more logic to it versus being a man with no money. Thank you all again for watching this 11th episode of Time Handled with Prime Daniels. Again, we're very blessed and humbled that you guys are watching it. Not to sound like a broken record, but we do need you to like and subscribe. Again, that assists us in a major way over here. www.ontimeentity.com. It's still in the works. We have it up. You can go view the things we have on there now, but we will be uploading a lot more within this next 2 to 3 weeks. So please be on the lookout for it. Take care, keep God first, and we will see you next week for the season finale of Time Handled with Prime Daniels. God bless. And next week on Time Handled with Prime Daniels. Okay, so I'm going to tell you why I believe in prenuptial agreements. It's because I feel I'm not entitled to anything that belongs to a woman after she's no longer with me. That coin has a reverse side to it. She's not entitled to anything that's mine if we're no longer together. Finito, we're done.